Just a quick video on how I have made a tea light like this, in case you're wanting to do a similar design using the revolve and circular pattern features along with shell. So first things first, creating a new standard part, and I want to create a new sketch. To help with creating the new sketch, our constraints for this job was 60 by 60 by 60 high. So if you were to make just to make a box 60 and then press tab 30, we can then draw a profile here and revolve it, and we'll know that it's within the 60 by 60 size constraint. So I'm actually going to delete this box later on. So I'll just do one real quick. If I were to use spline and I said, okay, well, I want to start up here, I'm underneath my 60, and this is the spline I need. Yes. Okay, so this is a pretty wild shape. However, if I was to finish that off and then I say trim, I'll just get rid of, well, I can't trim that because it's a complete rectangle, but I can delete it. Not sure if I need one, but I'm going to put a line from that point to that point. Now obviously you're not just going to go draw a shape willy-nilly, you're going to have to be working from your initial design concept, but this is just an example. So now that I've finished this profile and it's a closed shape, I can click on finish and I should be able to go to revolve. Profile's already been selected, which is great, and the axis I want to revolve around is this line here. So that's how you do your revolve. The next thing that's probably a good time to do it would be your shell. So if I was to click on shell and I click this item and I select that bottom surface first of all, so I'll just do that once again, so that's shell, and select that face there. I can give it a 2mm thickness, and that should give me a now hollow item. So your tea light's going to go inside of there. Hopefully I've left enough room for the 39mm hole. We'll find out that in a second. So next I would go start new sketch, and I'm going to do a 39 39 diameter hole. So I would have to change my design a little bit so that the tea light can actually go inside of there. I would then go project geometry for that line there, finish sketch, and I'm just going to extrude that 2mm, and that will give me a little bit of a lip there. Okay, so if I wanted to modify my revolve, I can go to that sketch, and it's, if I pull that back out, that should get me space to put the tea light in. So you can see now that lip is inside of my 39 diameter hole. Okay, it's looking a bit weird at the moment, I must agree, but next thing I want to do is put some holes in it for the light to come through. Now there's no real this as such, you can do whatever you want. You don't even, if I select this surface here, I'm wanting to have a plane pull up from it so that I can extrude into it. Another way would be just to create this sketch here. I'm going to go to view, visual style, I'll go wireframe, and go back to my sketch, and let's just say I want to put a few holes in this thing. So you could be drawing rectangles, whatever you wanted. I'll then go finish sketch, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go extrude, and I want all these to extrude. And I'm going to say symmetric both ways and through all. So that should punch out holes that way. Cool. Doesn't look like much now, so I'll go back into view, visual style, realistic. And I know what I've done here. With this extrusion, I should have put in cut. And so now I've got some holes. And the final process would be to have these holes go around the job a bit more. So under 3D model, I'm going to go to Revolve, and if I select those features, and then I want to say a rotational axis, select something that's cylindrical on the job, okay, and click OK. So now my tea light is starting to take a bit more shape. This video's gone a little bit longer than I had hoped, but that's basically how you do your revolve, how you do your 2mm shell, and your circular pattern if this is the style of tea light you're looking to create.